from the record of the 193rd meeting of the Council on the 22nd of August. At that meeting, the representative of the United States made the following statement, which I quote: "My government believes that the Security Council acted properly and in entire conformity with the Charter in calling upon the parties to cease hostilities. We consider that paragraph A of the Council's resolution of the 1st of August 1947, so far as the Charter is concerned, is a provisional measure under Article 40. This decision, in our view, was properly taken, without prejudice to the contentions of the parties in respect to whether the Indonesian Republic is an independent state under international law. In our view, the Council's jurisdiction rested in the fact that large-scale hostilities were being carried on in Indonesia, the repercussions of which were so serious that they amounted to a threat to international peace and security. In the view of the United States, the Security Council has ample power to observe, if necessary, its own ceasefire order and to make certain that new hostilities do not break out which would threaten international peace and security. It is hardly necessary for me to emphasize the seriousness with which my government would view a failure by the parties to comply with the Council's ceasefire order. Of course, in such an event, the Council would, under Article 40, have to take such failure into account in considering further action." That is the end of the quotation of the statement made on behalf of my government in the 22nd of August, 47.
Launched 4 days ago by the Netherlands against the Republic of Indonesia was only the final step in a carefully worked out schedule of the Dutch government. Any perusal of the reports of the Committee of Good Offices, especially the latest ones, makes it abundantly clear that this policy of defiance of the United Nations culminating in a second war in Indonesia has been the intention of the Dutch from the very start. What is this policy which the Dutch have so carefully planned and carried out? It is the Foreign Minister has since then stated publicly that the Netherlands government had previously agreed to the departure of Dr. Sukarno and the ministers for India. And now we read in the Dutch communiques that same President Sukarno was captured in Yogyakarta. Mr. President, it is impossible for us to believe or trust the Dutch. It seems to be impossible for them to carry on bona fide negotiations. I have already made it clear that one of the reasons given by the Dutch government as a justification for launching their attack, the departure of President Sukarno for India, is a complete contradiction of fact. A second reason given by the Dutch Premier, Mr. Drees, for the attack is the allegation that the Republic had planned to start large-scale actions against the Dutch on January the 1st. With our poorly equipped army, made even poorer by the impossibility of replenishment of arms because of the total Dutch blockade, it is inconceivable and a complete contradiction of logic to assume that we could possibly be in a position to send our troops into an offensive war against an army equipped with the best possible heavy modern material. This is too ridiculous a charge to be taken. Go into any details about what should be done by the Security Council to bring about a peaceful solution in Indonesia. I am reserving the right to deal with this aspect at a later stage. I only want to remind the Council that my government has, right from the time of the first military action, asked that decisive powers be given to the Committee of Good Offices. We still feel that provided such powers are given to a Security Council body, a solution will be possible. I want to make it perfectly clear to the members of the Council that, in the view of my government, the presence of the Council's committee in Indonesia and the continuation of the committee's work is vital if anything positive is to be achieved in Indonesia. Thank you.
Cet accord de trêve, l'objectif de cette politique a été de s'employer à nous étrangler économiquement.